Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to an episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 2019. We're continuing our start from scratch, I guess 2.0 here. We did obviously we did a start from scratch game, about a year and a half ago or so, and then this is the second one. If you've been following the series, what I am going to say though is this is probably the last episode for this Start From Scratch series. And it's not because I'm going to stop playing Farming Simulator, it's because I'm going to start a new game, and there's a reason for that. And I'm going to show you a little bit here in a bit of some of what led to that decision as well. So we'll get to there. But I figured we'd go ahead and finish up this cotton field, do a few kind of finishing touches on our farm where we're at now, and then probably just put it to bed and move on to something else. And the reason for that is because I have been playing a ridiculous amount of Farming Simulator over the last few weeks. I finally talked some real life friends of mine into playing with me, a couple of them, and we've been doing some multiplayer. I actually set up a multiplayer server that I could play with my buddies on, and we have been playing hours upon hours upon hours of Farming Simulator. And so I have learned more about Farming Simulator in the last couple of weeks than I have all the other year and a half, 2 years, whatever, combined it feels like. I have learned a lot about Farming Simulator, a lot of things that I've done wrong, a lot of things that I can do differently. I'm not saying I know everything about Farming Simulator still, but I've learned a lot of new things. And I will show you some of that stuff here shortly, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to restart a new map, and we're going to have a few new add-ons that we're going to put in, and we're going to different map, and we're gonna maybe try a different strategy, different way of doing things, and we'll see what comes from that. So, like I said, we're gonna spend a few minutes here, probably about 10 minutes or so, finishing up this farm, kind of getting it, finish up this cotton, finish up a few other things, and then we're gonna spend a few minutes looking at a couple other farms that I've been working on lately that have taken a lot of time to build up, but I think are pretty awesome, and will show off what you can do with this game and kind of some of the power. So, while we're waiting on our cotton guys to do their thing, let's go ahead and finish this guy up. Let's see, he is done with this field. I believe he has to move over to this other field. Yes, he does. So we'll go ahead and pull that in. We'll go ahead and get him set up over here. And if you're wondering why I'm even bothering doing any time on this farm at all instead of just jumping right into the new one, it's because, well, for one, I've never done cotton before, and I still haven't done it even on the new farms. So I kind of want to see what that harvest and kind of finishing up that contract looks like. So we'll start with that, and then we will, and then we'll go from there. Once we finish up the cotton harvest, get that turned in, get that contract finished, we'll jump over to one of the other farms that I have available, and we'll also show off a few of the other add-ons that I've added in that I feel like add quite a bit to the game. I usually just play with just the Giants add-ons. There's a couple other add-ons that I've discovered that I think make things quite a bit more fun in a lot of ways, and I'll show you what those are here shortly. Let's see, we need to get our baler, actually. Let's put this tractor back over there, get our baler. I like this map a lot. There's a lot of good stuff about this map, but there's a few things that I like about the next map that we're going to look at. It is a mod map, so it's not like a base map from Giants or anything like that, but I think it's a really good map. I've seen it a lot, featured a lot online and things like that, so I think it's a solid map for us to jump around, play around with, and hopefully you guys like it as well, so we shall see. Let's get up here and grab this bad boy. Get you set up doing some baling stuff. Start over here, I guess, on this far side. One of the things I've learned how to do a little bit of, I'm not fully, caught up on it yet, but that is silage. I've started making a lot of silage lately. That is a very, very good way to make a lot of money. So I've been doing a whole bunch of that lately on my other farm. I've also been working with animals. I've done horses, I've done cows, I've done pigs, chickens, sheep, all of it, you know. So that's been a lot of fun. I've also been messing around with the landscaping tool a lot. Like a lot. Like literally taking out entire hills and things and smoothing them out and whatnot. So I will show that off as well. So we'll see more of this here shortly, like I said. But I definitely want to get this cotton harvest finished up and see kind of what this looks like. Just so I know, you know, in the future if I want to do cotton at some point. I've been trying to experiment a little bit with actual like silage in a bunker and stuff like that. I haven't really had a lot of time to play with that, so hopefully I can get into that soon. Maybe I do that with you guys, maybe I do that on my own, and then bring that knowledge back to you guys as well. That way, we shall see. Also, I probably will go ahead and buy the newest DLC. What was it, Cavernland, or is that the one I already have? I can't remember. Whatever the newest DLC is that they have out there, because I think it has some extra stuff for working with silage and grass and things like that. So I'll probably will go ahead and just buy that between this episode and the start of the next episode to just give myself the most options available for different things. We'll jump into that here shortly. Oh, looks like my two cotton guys are blocked by each other, my guess is. Yes, they are. So let's go to you. Back you up. Let that guy finish his job. We're going to just back up over here, and we're going to unload over here so the truck can pick it up. And we'll grab you. Get rid of that worker. Dude, where are you going? There you go. I was like, you wouldn't stop backing up. I'm just going to grab this last little line here just because why not? There we go. Alright. We'll back you up. Unload you kind of near this other guy. Actually, probably what we'll do is I'll just put them in line if I can. Maybe make it a little easier for the truck to pick them up. Alright, let's unload that here. Go to you, get you out of the way. Where are you going? Let's go. Close back. Get you out of the way. Oh, I knocked that thing. That's alright. I think it'll suck it in there for us. If not, we'll be alright. Close you up. Grab our truck. A Roadrunner over here. I also might play with seasons. I haven't decided yet. I'll give it a think between this episode and the start of the next series. But now that I've gotten a lot more experience with Farming Simulator, it might be interesting to try out the season stuff a little bit. Operating position. It'll suction in here pretty easily. Line up just a little bit better than that. I thought I might suction in like the hay bales do. You're not going to pick that up? I'm pretty close. Come on, I'm not that far off. The hay bale thing would be able to pick that up. I'm just saying. There we go. Come over here and pick this other one up as well. So I should straighten up a little bit. Backing up is still not the easiest thing for me to do. I feel like I'm getting a little better at times, but it's still something I have some challenges with for sure. So you guys will get to enjoy some more of that as time goes by. just a little overshot it a little bit. I can get it there, maybe? No. A little too much. Too much. Goodness. Someday I'll get this backing thing down perfectly the first time every time. And maybe not that far, but... Did you get it? You got it. Good job, little truck. Alright, we gotta take this to the cotton place. Transport in position. They aren't fully loaded cotton, but full enough. They'll definitely be able to sell off pretty well. Now, I don't know how selling these works with the contract, because usually when you harvest a field, partway through finishing up the contract, as you guys know, as you guys have seen, you get to get part of the crop profits for yourself. Now, these are just two big fat bales, and so it's not like there's going to be like a gradual, you know, all right, it's, you know, as I'm trying to drive, where it's like, all right, this is theirs, this is theirs, this is, okay, suddenly it's yours. You know, like there's like a point, a tipping point maybe, if you forgive the what I'm trying to say, the words are hard. Wow. But anyway, so there's like a little bit of a tipping point there for pun. That's what I was trying to say. The pun there. Whereas the cotton is just two big blobs. So there's no like partway through one of these cotton bales, it's going to be ours versus theirs. So we'll see what happens. And again, that's why I wanted to finish this contract before I jump over to the other farms, because I wanted to see what the cotton harvests look like, so that way I can know if I want to continue doing those types of harvests in the future. Because if I don't get any of the profits, then these might not be worth doing for us. I mean, they're still good money, but part of the money for doing harvest missions is the money you get from the extra overload from harvest as well. So we'll look at this. We'll find out together. All right. Let's see. Power back just a smidge. All right. Unload bales. Let's go. Let's see what this looks like. We're at 66,841. Well, we're dropping a little bit because of the worker, but that's not too bad. Yeah, we didn't get any of that. I didn't think we were going to because of the way it would work. Maybe if I'd like shrunk down like one of the bales to like 25% and just kind of set that aside and then did the rest, that might have finished the contract and then given us some. So that might be how we have to do that. But it's good to know that we can't just get it automatically. So, well, there you go. We'll go ahead and turn this contract in. You know, it's still worth something. It's not a ton of money. But it's a little bit of money. So yeah, there we go, guys. This is going to be the end. Go ahead and dismiss this worker. This is the end of this little farm. I think we've made some pretty cool progress. I've learned a lot of stuff on this farm as well. Like I said, I do now know how to... In fact, I will show this off real quick to prove to you, since we have a little bit of money, that I know how to smooth this thing off now. So if I grab this and watch me like not be able to do it all of a sudden, I'm actually going to jump brush strength up. I did not know brush strength was a thing, but now that I know that's a thing, and then we're just going to smooth this out. I'm just going to make a nice, smooth transition down to the road. Now, sometimes you run into stuff that does not let you actually do landscaping properly. And that's usually because it is, like sometimes you run into like trees or like there's parts of the road that you don't own, like right there, terrain cannot be modified. So that's going to make it a little harder to get quite the smoothness that we would prefer. But, you know, I found a few ways around it, and sometimes I just have to accept it, you know. But if we come over here and look at this now, it should be much smoother. Pretty smooth transition all the way down. Not bad. And again, right here, just a little bit here, tiny bit of an incline. That's because, again, we can't really do that stuff because of the way the road's set up. You know, we're right here next to the road. Sometimes there's a line there that we can't touch. I could probably lower this a little bit more right here where I can modify and just give it a little bit more of a incline. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and put a quick pause in here. I'm going to load up my first game that I tried out, and I will show you that one, and I'll explain that one. I'll walk you through that one. And then we'll go to the second one, and then we will end the episode there. So I'll be right back. All right, so here we are with farm number 1. This is the starting spot if you're familiar with the Ravenport map. And as you can probably already see, there's a lot going on here. Here's our little beehive and things like that. We've got chickens, some different types of chickens and things like that. We got sheep over here. We've replaced basically these fields. This used to be field number, was it 23, 24? I guess you can see on the map barely. 26. That was field number 26. Here's cows. We have a couple different types of cows here. We were trying to experiment, see what different types of cows did. The Brahmins and the just regular cows. They definitely prefer to have all one type of cow. So you'll see in my second farm that I've only got one type of cow versus 2 types. But that is that. You know, we've done slurry. We've done all sorts of stuff. We have a big old giant, you know, storage spot here with obviously got a bunch of bales of there's hay and grass and straw and some silage right here. Not a lot here. This over here is another guy's farm that joined up with us. He decided to do his own thing. He's been trying to plant some trees and things. As you can see, they are ready to harvest. These are very tall trees. He also tried to do a little bit of a mixed harvest down below, which turned out that's not the way he wants to do it. So don't just kind of ignore that. That was a learning curve, learning process, trying to learn how to do the lumber stuff, which I personally do not enjoy, so you probably will never see me do the lumber stuff. And then we just have a few things out here for decoration and things, like this barn doesn't really do anything. It's just a decoration. That barn right there technically can hold hay and straw and stuff. Here's our horses. We have 16 horses here, I believe. Oh no, I think we had 16. This is a pasture that can hold 16, but we've sold a few because it's just hard to ride 16 horses every day. So that's a little bit of a challenge. And again, a few things up here for, here's our pigs. As you can see, there used to be some more trees here. And then also, there used to be a big giant hill right here. If you've ever played a Ravenport map, you'll know that there is a massive hill right here. And we have completely removed that. And we put in our own, we dug our own little fields over here. In fact, I will go to the landscaping mode just because it's an aerial view. I'm not going to landscape, but you can see here, some of this field, like this building right here, which is on that hill, you can't get rid of. As far as I know, I don't know if there's a way to get rid of it. If you guys know, let me know. So I had to kind of craft a hill that looked somewhat natural around this particular building and work my way up. Another one is there's a little spot as you dig into this hill right about here that you can't get rid of. So I kind of just had to leave that as a hill and build that back up. But as you can see, I decided to create 3 new fields over here where this place was. Put us in some silos and things like that. And some of this food here, this is food for our animals, basically, is what all this is, and straw and things like that. So this is our farm, pretty massive. I will confess to you that we cheated in some money. I think this farm, because of how expensive landscaping is and things like that, I think this farm cost $6 or $7 million to build. So we cheated in a whole bunch of money to do that because honestly, we didn't care because we were just trying to get experience with different things and try out different things. And then when we restarted our new map on the next thing that I'm going to show you, that one we have not cheated anything in. We've literally done that, you know, quote unquote, the hard way, if you want to call it that, and worked our way through that bit by bit. And any money we have, we've made ourselves. So again, not everything here is perfect. Not everything here is great, but we've learned a lot from this map. A lot of things that we want to change and do differently. And it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool how it ended up turning out, and pretty happy with it for the most part. But we actually haven't touched this one in probably a week or so because we've decided to move on to some of the other stuff. If I look at the map, you can actually see that there's actually a couple of different guys here. Like I said, we have our farm down here. This is me and one of my buddies that I've known for over a decade now. We've known each other for quite a while. I guess I call him a real life friend because we've known each other for so long, but technically we met in online video games, but we've known each other for a very, very long time. Then here's another guy's farm. He was doing some, he started off doing some of the lumber stuff, and then he moved up here and he did some of the, some sugarcane, which sugarcane is very interesting as well. I might try out sugarcane at some point. That would be kind of cool. This is another guy's farm here that was trying out, and then this is a 4th guy. We had actually totally 5 people playing, but 2 of us decided to team up on one farm, and this is our farm right here, which is pretty cool. And I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. But like I said, we learned a lot, and when we start our new farm, we've decided to do some stuff that's different. So we're going to jump into the new farm real quick, because that's the farm I'm probably maybe a little bit more proud of, because we're doing it the right way, so to speak, instead of cheating our way through some landscaping and things like that. But like I said, the cheating, so to speak, helped us learn a lot. So let's jump over to the new farm. All right, here we are on my server number 2. This particular map is called New Woodshire, and I actually like this map a lot. I think I'm going to play this in the next series. But there's a lot of cool stuff on this you know, this map. I mean, there's a whole big thing over here with a bunch of buildings already pre-built. There's little spots all throughout some of these fields, like these little brown spots here. Those are flat places that you can put buildings if you wanted to buy those fields and things of that nature. We decided to start here in the middle. We actually started with, I think, 2, 3, and 1. And then we've expanded out to 8 and 4 since then. And again, this one has been entirely non-cheat. We've done this one entirely just working our way up, building up slowly, and really kind of getting there as we can. A lot of this equipment is leased currently, but we're working our way through buying that equipment now that we've actually got a process down for making money, and that money that we're making is through the silage. And I'm actually going to jump into the landscaping mode just so I can get the top-down view, so I can show you kind of a little bit what's going on here. As you can see, I mean, look how many bales are on just this one. Not even the massive field. It's a pretty big field, but it's not massive. Tons and tons and tons and tons of bales of stuff on here. I don't know why that's loading in some straw or hay or whatever. I guess it's wheat. It's not actually there. It's just the game's just taking a second to load properly, the render, the graphics properly. But as you can see, lots. We've gone the silage route. Tons and tons of silage. I think we added it up between all of our fields that we have now transitioned over to just pure grass for the moment because we have enough food for our horses and cows. All of the silage combined adds up to, with a decent price on the silage, a couple $100,000, I think, 200. That's not even at the highest level of stuff that we can get. If it was at the highest level for silage prices, I think it would be about $250,000 worth of silage. It's about, what is it, like 200 bales, I think it is. So as you can see, and we've also joined up these fields and stuff like that, connected them all up to just make one big, massive kind of grass field here. But yeah, I mean, silage is the way to go for sure early in the game to get a lot of money. Maybe not the most fun to do all the time. I don't want to do silage forever, but doing a bit of silage is great. Here's our cow pasture. This is actually a mod, I think came with this map. This cow pasture did, and it holds 200 cows. Currently, I think we got about 50, but we're letting them reproduce kind of on their own and do their thing. Plus, you know, I think it's pretty cool. And as you can see, we've switched to one type of cow so that the reproduction rate is the highest it possibly can be. We've also gone with a smaller horse pasture here with only 8 horses. Those are a little bit more manageable for us to ride daily, and that helps things out quite a bit. As you can see, we got a lot of straw there ready for the horses. And we've also got a silo over here that's full of like oats and things like that that we can feed the cows and whatnot with. But I've been having a lot of fun with this map. This map is really, really cool, really good. Learning a lot about how to take care of the animals, the cows, the horses. Work my way through the silage process, what that looks like. The next step that we were going to do is once we paid off the rest of our loan, we've got half of it paid off now. We're going to pay off the rest with this batch of stuff for sure. The next thing we're going to do, and the convenient part about being right here in this location, is we were going to buy the biogas plant over here and start working on silage in bulk that way, where you don't even put it into bales. You just put it into like bunkers and stuff like that. And I think if we buy this, I think either automatically puts bunkers here on this little grass spot here that I'm showing you, or we can just build some there or whatever and do some silage that way. Now, I think there is a limit, and this is all I'm learning as I go along. So if you guys know more about the silage this way process, let me know. But I think there's a limit of how much you can do per day through this bulk process. And so we'll still probably have to do some bales if we want to min-max our silage process. But that's kind of the way that goes. Plus, I've also heard, if my reading is correct, the most productive way to get silage, if you're going to do the bulk process, not bale it, is to use corn and just chop up the corn into chaff, I guess it is, and go that route. So this is our map. Again, I think we're probably going to move over to this map. Another one of my friends from that other map that was doing the sugarcane over there, he's doing some sugarcane over here as well. Looks like somebody drove through here, though, which is kind of funny. But as you can see, that is definitely very, very, I think most of that's ready to harvest right now. But he has not been online for a couple days. That's why that has not been harvested. But yeah, silage is done. I mean, look how much, so much silage. And that's the cool thing about doing grass on fields that you can actually fertilize and put lime down and things like that, because the production is just ridiculous, as you can tell. So, I think this might be the map that we start on our next playthrough. And like I said, a lot of these placeables already existed. The only things that I added were the silo over here, and then the horse pasture and the cow setup. Everything else was just, you know, little buildings that already existed on this map, which I thought was pretty cool. Oh, excuse me. Oh, armrest kind of failed on me for a second there. I think I got it fixed. Maybe I need a new chair. Oh, wow. I didn't know you could zoom around like that. Well, there you go. I learned something new with you guys on here now. But like I said, this is a cool map. A lot of cool stuff here. I've done a little bit of landscaping, not a ton, but most of this is actually just the way it comes. I've smoothed off some of the rough edges once you put some of these buildings down and things like that. But I might replicate a little bit of this. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that. The good thing about horses is they sell for a lot. If you can ride them every day after, what is it, about 10 days, I think it is. Each horse, you bought it $5,000. Every day, I think they gain around $5,000 back, you know, in fitness and stuff like that. And then they sell for $50,000 a piece after 10 days. So if you have 8 horses and you can ride them every single day, they're going to be worth about $400,000 all said and done once you're done. So that's a really, really good money maker, but it takes a lot. It's an investment. The cows, however, I mean, 40 cows that we started off with. Now I think we're up to 50 after a few days. You know, maybe we prefer to have more cows so they can reproduce faster, but they produce a lot of milk. Milk can be sold, obviously, at the restaurants and places like that when the prices are high. They also produce a lot of manure, which gives you basically some free fertilizer. They also produce a lot of slurry, which also, again, is free fertilizer. So cows are good. They do a lot of stuff. Plus, they don't need a lot of crazy food. The horses only need hay and oats. In fact, I can show you that here. Horses only need hay and oats, and they also need water and straw. All 3 things are pretty easy. Oats obviously give you both straw and oats. The hay we can just get from whatever grass we have available, and then water is easy to get. Cows, however, need a little bit more, but not too bad. They need water and straw, just like the horses do, which again is easy to get. They also need hay. They also need total mixed ration is their best thing they have. And the total mixed ration is a little bit of grass, or sorry, a little bit of straw, a little bit of hay, and a little bit of silage. So that's where we kind of started transitioning to the silage so we can feed our cows properly. And then we sold off their extra silage after that. And now we've just kind of transitioned to full-time silage for now because we have plenty of crop to feed these guys for several more days. And once that goes down, we'll just plant another thing of oats and things like that. Get them some more food. So cows are pretty easy to take care of. I mean, total mixed ration is a little bit harder to deal with, to mix up because you do have to get a special trailer to mix that up. But overall, not terrible. The other thing is like pigs are actually pretty challenging surprisingly. Now they could eat just about anything, but if you want to min max, you know, give them the best efficiency possible, instead of just, like I said, they can eat just about anything. If you want to give them the max efficiency, you have to give them everything basically. You have to give them corn, you have to give them oats, you have to give them, I think straw and wheat. I mean, whatever. I haven't looked at the list in a while, but you have to give them a little bit of everything to get the full 100% efficiency. But yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. Chickens are pretty easy to feed. They just need some of the grains and stuff. The sheep are, I want to say they're just hay or grass. Either, I think. I don't think they need both. So they're not too bad as well. And of course, the sheep give you wool. Chickens give you eggs. And things like that. So pigs, one thing I've noticed about pigs is they reproduce very fast. So one cool thing about pigs is you just feed them and they reproduce fast, and then you sell off the extra pigs that you have, and that's how you make some money from them. Another cool thing I want to throw out, and you will see this in the next one because it is amazing. I got a new pickup add-on called a Scarrock. This one's currently configured as an off-roader, but there's a couple configurations for this thing. And it's got a big old 7.3 liter diesel engine apparent in it, and this thing can pull trailers like, as I'm crashing into stuff, pull trailers like nobody's business. This thing is great at pulling trailers. Unlike that other pickup that you guys all saw that we had in the other game, this thing is amazing at pulling off anything and everything you possibly want. I love this thing a lot. We're definitely going to be getting one of these. We're going to make sure this add-on is turned on in our next playthrough because we will be having lots of these. Also, I think we're going to go with a Valtra tractors in our next playthrough because I want to kind of make some tractors that are channel colors, which is kind of that bluish there. That actually might be slightly the wrong color blue. We might go a little bit lighter blue. I'll have to see what color blues I can get. But we'll probably go with Valtra tractors, just get us a nice, good blue channel color, and that'll be our theme, unlike the last map that was kind of more John Deere stuff. Nothing wrong with John Deere, but I just kind of want to do some channel color stuff. So, There's our truck. Like I said, we will be playing with that a lot. You will guys see, we'll see that a lot. We did just recently lease this massive mower. This is a mower. This thing is amazing. This thing goes really, really fast, and it windrows behind you automatically. Like, it just puts it in a row behind you, which obviously helps with bailing things up. So that is a really cool one to have. But yeah, I think that's about it. That's it for the tour. You guys will probably see this location very soon because I like this location a lot. I think I am just going to put our next farm in the next series in this location, just because I think it's a good place to start. The land is not too expensive. For example, this over here I think was only like, what was it, like $70,000, $67,000, something like that. So starting with this in the middle and expanding out to the 4 and the 1 and all those other spots really didn't cost us a ton of money. So it gives us a lot of options. I don't know if we'll start with both horses and cows. I think we'll at least have horses because I think horses are cool. But we might do pigs or something different this time around. We'll see. But I will see you guys next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this series. Hopefully you aren't too disappointed that it is going bye-bye. Well, as you can see, lights. Lights are on another little add-on that I added in that gives you some ease of doing stuff at night. Might help me be able to still do videos at night without having to fast forward every single time. So we'll experiment with that a little bit. But yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series. Hopefully you guys are excited to see what comes up next. As you can see, one of my buddies is joining currently. Yeah, that's it. We are going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and we will be back next time, because next time will be brand new map, new Woodshire. I'll decide what add-ons I'm going to do. I'll try and remember to put it into the list in the description box so you guys see the full list of add-ons. Pretty much all the Giants add-ons, and then a few others that I might throw in. So we'll see. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.